Hey mateys, this is Discovery Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. I'm learning about the Chicago Cubs today, and today is Friday, November 4th, 2016, and today is the last, will be the last day for the fall today. So on the next one will be in about December 2012, December 2016 today. So the best of 2016 from the best world is 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011, and 2010, and 2009. So we could do about one more month per year, one more month per year about New Year's Eve for the Christmas days, and tell about the winter break during about each other during this about 366 days through January 1st through December 31st. So I have the indicators for you guys, very characteristic. So I have the very announcements for you guys, mateys. So if you do have it, a very great, respectful for you guys, we're very proud of you. And so every time we'll see you guys at about coming back this year. So next year will be about January 1st, 2017. So 2017 year. So we could go back and come back and visit in about 2006, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011, and 2010, 2009. So we could come if you can guys wanted to come and visit about 2016 year. So enjoy your time. Be very respectful for our memory for my friends from I mentioned from Washington State University. Go Cougars! University of Washington Huskies, Eastern Washington University, and Eagles. My friend Sarah went to South Mall for the last 2 months, and Central Washington University. My friend Mackenzie Wilton has WSU2. My friend Emma has sophomore year. You know, sometimes I don't mention that, but about she was at about junior year. College educators, they haven't much view of guys about Philadelphia Alpha enjoyed it about the dorm room. A lot about to spend the most of it. It's just most of it you could collect those monies into the bucket thing. You know. Some of you got about the special for you specials for you about sorority rising for WSU Cougs. So Claire has a boyfriend. Claire has a relationship for his kiss, and I have her Facebook. So I have everything could be having once in a problem. And she'll take and have it about 10 days ago. And she means to take a half of a couple of few days ago. So I have another view, guys, that about some of you about very about the unbusiness, you know. So we hate the weeds. So we don't like the weeds. So when you spend the most of it for the 2, 3, and 4 years. So it's just very bad about them selling those weeds. You know, a lot of people bad about selling those weeds. If you smell that, his body is really bad, you know, they have called to the doctor, has to everything will have the problems there, you know. She has to check on their lungs, the heart will get about the cancer today, you know. 6,000 people die into the last 20 years. So educators, you know, you know, though, they told us about the ammo ridge for high schools. So Mr. Lowry has it about last 4 years. So I'm seeing them about fair loss of it, and so sometimes we notice it as very interesting. You know, very important for you if you most for you as you about the very respectable, unacceptable. So very if you buy those as weeds, but it cannot be all about 10 weeds, so you can't have 10 of them. They'll be cost a lot of getting tired, very passed out, dying. Those of you are gonna end up for the hospital before the end of this world before you die. So that's gonna be the against the rules before about college and university for 2, 3, or 4 years. Inappropriate for the friends to sell out those weeds to give those childs. So don't do that. So we can't do that again. So if you drink water as you can and stay hydrated. So you still have to decide to see about the parties after about the 5 or 6 days for the class. You could also do about 7 days of the week. So you can invite it about it. You can stay in the dorm apartments and houses, and you can study for the mathematics, psychotics, animal shelter, animal science, and chemistry, calculus, algebra, and ASL, American Sign Language, still, and reading and writing. And some of you we have some of about physical educator would be about Smith's gym, and just like the PE's class, you can have sometimes about taking the credit and transfer. You can unfortunately we could pay a lot those stuffs. You could do and apply your jobs, and you could do hire about 2 to 3 or 4 years before the start date. You go to the starting date before the job starts, and then the last day of the job. So after they graduated for your college. So anytime sorority rising, fortunately you can have some of you it hasn't been hidden here. So you could do have it fortunately if not disagreements, and I have a very important. It's just a very important thing about the very rules of you. If you guys have some change of you, you know. If you notice it about you, my friends on the way is at the college, universities, and some of them have senior years from juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and there's a lot of them are young people having taking about the classrooms every day before the week started. For now, it looks like it about so what was gonna happen. You know, he was saying that initiate the shut in to keep it shut. So I have really most to do with them, most of to do with those guys. You know, I have a very important. So I don't have to do this before you can have it be terminated. Sorry, mates. That's distracting from the telephone. I don't know what else to do. So even you have a very very tired if you guys have to from the dance for about 4 hours and a half of it. So you can have a come back with this dormer for if you guys are new living here for new home. So we hate weeds, all of it. So if it much like the Bake the Brooklyn has about the college dorms, you know, some do have some dudes have for Josh Brenner and Alexander Daddario and the Los Angeles Comic Con for California. Comic Con is just on the best ways about Halloween stuff for the Batman, the Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, General Zod mentioned, and Captain America, Thor, Loki, Winter Soldier, Falcon, Iron Man, War Machines, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Vision, Ultron mentioned too, and Hulk, Joker, and Deadshot, Killer Croc, and El Diablo, and Harley Quinn, and Captain Boomerang, and I know this guy. How about some Sif? Sif mentioned 3. Fandron mentioned 4. Hogan mentioned 5. And Fandrel just mentioned 6. And Crossbones mentioned 7. You know, Super Marvels to have some Wolverine. Some have Wolverine, Phoenix, Magneto, and the Beast. And I recognize this in the Marvel's Adventures, worrying about the Halloween from yesterday. So even we tried to do something, it felt like everything would be getting impressions to pressures. So I have a very immense view of you guys, and sometimes you can a lot of the watching those about educators, very ensuring you guys, you know how the demigods, you know if you were about very interesting, so if you can have it unfortunately, you know, very determined, very about exterminated, and that means bad idea. It has a bad idea. It has about villainous, and it has a bad mean. It has a bad needs about very interesting guys. So everything's on, and also Silver and about college and dorms today, Silver. So Chicago Cubs today is the baseball game day still could be continue. So if it's just like Alcindor and Matthew Daddario and the Shadowhunter and Percy Jackson film series, this first and second movie, and Baywatch, We Will Always Live in the Castles, and fuck, The Choice, Bake the Brooklyn, and when we first met at San Andreas, and Burying the X, Texas Chainsaw 3D, We Will Always Sunny in Philadelphia, We Will Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Life in Tex, True Detective, The Last Man on Earth, and American Horror Story Hotel, and American Horror Story Hotel, Roanoke, and Workaholics. So everything will have a same worrying about the Chicago Cubs. Just like the Bear Cubs idea. So it looks like it about the same. This guy, you know, seems is really the best way about Bear Cubs. Those of you about the Cubs to the Grizzly, Brown, Black, Polar, and Commode, Kodiak. they have a lot of Alaska, a lot of country, and you know about going into states about the USA for Canada, Alaska, Russia, Eurasia, and England and Rome and Italy. That's me. You can have it unfortunately be about worried those about the hat cups. So so I hate Seahawks and I hate Manners. We're wearing Chicago Cubs, mateys. So Chicago Bears right over there on the piano bench. There he is. So we could have a Bears. We could have wear the Bears on, and you could do it about 11:13 from the month of the day. You can have the all the win very hard. Thanks it again, guys, mateys. So I have to check. I'm gonna have to check on in my schedules from my internet today. So all you do is have about looking at schedules, doing it. If they win or lose, you can run hard as many as you can, catch hard, and touchdowns, and kick and a court, and kick and a section. That's the first goal, about 6 and 7. And that's it. So don't forget to subscribe to more content. So send it to the your friends and fan sites according to the www.com.org, Pirates of the Caribbean Film Series.us. So everything every day, just call me as you can. So you could have about you watching the videos on the Facebook, YouTube, Google's, and 1 minute and 55 seconds in the Instagrams, 5 seconds in the Vines, and so 5 seconds Cocker Stories and Cocker Talk, you know. So tell Majaga Nuggets, Big Brother, Jordy Staubauger, get behind the camera, Bridget West, and Manny Corn, Juliet Riley, Pisaka Dad, Larry's Lounge, Joe Bump, Pisaka Uncle, Pisaka Uncle 1 through 3, and Melissa, Pisaka Mom, Pisaka Aunt 1 through 2, and Crazy Boyfriend, Creed, Bo Squad, Ragging Dad, Derek Diesel Daily, Cuban Guy, The Cuban Guy Life of Moko, Ness Boog, The Boog Show, and Space Jam's Gardens, and Life of Boog. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, find situation, gaming channels, Juggy Stores, Cocker Stores, Cocker Talk, Tomalell, Play Stores, and Hangouts. So don't let me forget. And crazy girlfriend and boyfriend, don't forget, you guys. Prank versus prank, and prank BF versus BF versus GF. So today we send it to the Facebooks, your Instagrams, capture it again. Don't forget. So keep it rich, many. So don't forget. So if you watch it, Chicago Cubs, Chicago Cubs and Bears, just like Alexander Daddario. If you worried about just like the Cubs. So just worry as you can. So don't let me forget, guys. Keep it regimented. I love you guys to death, guys. I love you guys to the death. Pyramid. Keep it rigid.